Still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see. You guys, men complain about things that are just sometimes just why? Why are you upset about it? You do. And I feel
because there's something wrong.
For me.
And the only way to communicate and fix things is to address it.
I don't like to be told
and deal with it and fix it.
I don't like to be told that I'm wrong. I don't like to be told
that's established.
When I'm wrong.
That's established.
I get agitated when I find out that I'm wrong about something. Okay? I get agitated. And that's why I guess I get defensive, because I just want to do what I want to do. And no, it's not always right, but I just want to do what I want to do. And when you call me out, it makes me defensive, because I don't even understand why you would be calling me out. It's not that serious.
Am I the only person that finds it very hard to admit to a man that I'm wrong? And arguing with men is the most annoying thing ever, because you men use logic. Like us women, we just want to argue with emotion, but you men, you use too much logic, too many facts. Like when you're arguing with a man, there is no emotion involved in their argument. It's just, you did A and B, which caused me to do C, and that's why we're at D. And I'm like, but, because of the... They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And that's why I hate admitting to men that I'm wrong, because they've spat so many facts at me that if I even admit I'm wrong, I'll just look so incompetent.
Hey man, Mcto Brothers back again. And the clips that I just showed you was something that we have been going back and forth with for quite some time in the manosphere. A lot of women don't agree with it, but it is what it is, right? Men and women are different, and the way we approach things are different from two different angles, one from logic, one from emotion. Listen to Rollo Tomasi that iterated the same thing. We have differences in how we approach Jungian psychology, but we agree that men and women are built differently. The bodies that we are put in make us approach our life and reality differently. So this does nothing but further demonstrate this. Like I've been saying for years, like in the first clip, about the need to be right. Now, a lot of women actually defend it and they actually deny it, but this is one case where a woman actually defended it, and she doesn't understand that we just want to do what we want to do. We don't understand why you call us out for it, because they're replying emotionally. Just like in the second video, the woman said that men are logical when they argue, and it irritates them because we don't approach it emotionally like they do. I've been saying this for years. I ran my whole women's channel on that, by approaching their emotion first and then slowly but surely pushing them into a logical thought pattern. The opposite is for the men. A lot of men, with the way they train, have to get them out of their feeling, out of their anima, and push them into the animus first, and then loop back. But I just want to put this out here because it highlights what I've been talking about. Highlights the N in sign language. So if you know what sign language is, Kevin made a very famous shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right, which is the projection. It's not what they feel, but the projection that they place upon men, especially black women. They place upon men to cover their insecurities. What the first women say, they feel shamed when you call them out for being wrong. And they don't understand why you make such a big deal. Why are you shaming them? Why are you making them feel guilty for being wrong? That's the way they feel. That's the way they see the world. So that's how come they get so animated and so defensive and so protective and so hostile when you point out to them that they're wrong. And when they get hostile and animated and they're wrong and get defensive, men don't back down. Men, because they're men and they're logical, they get more forceful, and that's where fights actually escalate and become volatile. Now, I really can't tell you, man, every woman I've ever been with, especially, because I've never been with anything but a black woman. And I can't tell you how many times that has happened and how many times that has escalated. Because they felt that they knew they were wrong. They knew they were wrong, but they would not admit that they were wrong. And they couldn't admit they were wrong because it would make them feel less than. It make them feel shamed, like you're trying to shame them for proving that they're wrong. And you know how competitive men are. Once you call us out, once you say that even though something's obvious, men will actually double down and punch down or punch on women. Not physically, but mentally. And that, like I said, that's where the escalation starts and it's over, and that's where the resentment of the woman actually comes, even though she was wrong. Even though she was wrong. Like she said, we can't understand why you made such a big deal of it. And men say, no, we have to correct this because what you said was incorrect. Sometimes I'll laugh and giggle and let them off the hook so they don't feel so defensive. Because I know that I'm hitting sensitive parts. I'm hitting sensitive subjects, and you got to kind of lighten it a little bit. That's like when you hear me kind of laughing, I'm trying to get them out of that defensive posture so that they will feel free to actually explore whether they're right or wrong. But this is a big deal. This is an insight. And like Mr. Z says, the internet will expose us all, right? And it will. It will, because these subjects keep coming up and these memes keep being repeated. And when you have billions of people on the planet, somebody somewhere is going to actually admit the truth just for those few seconds, and it's going to get recorded. And this is what you see here. So this is just a lesson to female nature, black women in particular, how they see the world and how they express the world in the projection that they put out. So this is where the need to be right comes in at. I've been telling you that's the last N in sign language. The need to be right. This is why. The first two cause the third, or the fourth, however you count it. So take this as part of your game, put it in your toolkit, understand where this comes from, and use it at your own discretion and at your own risk, because if you push it too hard, things could go very nasty really quickly. So just be aware. Anyhow, that's all I got for this one. This is BGS out. Now we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.